Good morning, my name is Sherry. This is Froggy Goes to the Library, and it is written by Jonathan Landon and is illustrated by Frank Reichowitz. And it is read with permission from Penguin Random House. Froggy Goes to the Library. There's Froggy with all his books. Froggy in his neighborhood. It was Saturday morning, and Froggy stayed in bed to read his favorite book. It was about Super Frog. Froggy, called his mom. What? It's time to get up, dear. We are going to the library. Yippee, cried Froggy, and he hopped out of bed and he flopped to the kitchen. Flop, flop, flop. Let's go, said Froggy, and he started flopping out the door. Flop, flop, flop. First, said Mom, you have to get dressed. I know that, said Froggy. And he flopped back to his room and he got dressed. Zip, zap, zap. Zet, zet, zet. Getting dressed. Then he flopped back, flop, 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 and said, let's go. I want to get books about super frogs and T-Rex. But first eat your breakfast, dear. Yum, said Froggy. Home flies and ketchup. Munch, crunch, munch. Flies, I don't know about that. Then Froggy raced out the door. Froggy, called his mom. What? Don't forget your book bag, dear, so you can carry home lots of books. I'd better take the wheelbarrow, cried Froggy. I'm getting tons of books. And off to the library they went, squeak, squeak, squeak. In no time at all, Froggy had a stack of books so high he could not see over the top. So he tripped over Polly, oops, and he fell smack on his face, splat, and he spilled all of his books. And that's when he saw Frogalina. Hi, Froggy, hee hee. Want some help picking up your books? I can do it myself, shouted Froggy. Please use your indoor voice, dear, said the librarian, Miss Otterbottom. He had lots of books on the floor. First, Froggy read a book about Super Frog. He wasn't very good at reading, but he was very good at looking at the pictures. Swit, swit. When he got to the part about Super Frog flying high and fast after the bad guys, he stood on the table and he spread his arms like wings. Please sit down, dear, said Miss Otterbottom. It is not polite to stand on the tables. Oops, said Froggy. Then he picked out lots of books about dinosaurs, especially his favorite one, T-Rex. Roar, cried Froggy, holding his hands up like claws. Froggy, called Miss Otterbottom. What? This is a library, dear, not a dinosaur park. Oops, said Froggy, sorry. Then Miss Otterbottom announced, Storytime, come gather around, children. Me, cried Polly Woggalina. Storytime is for babies, said Froggy. But little by little, the book that Miss Otterbottom was reading got all of his attention. What a great story, thought Froggy, and he wanted to know what happened next. So he scooted closer and closer. And when she started doing rhymes and songs, he got so excited that he leapfrogged over Frogalina, he leapfrogged over his mother, he even leapfrogged over Polly, right smack beside Miss Otterbottom, and he started singing. Wiggle, wiggle, waggle, waggle, giggle, giggle, gaggle, gaggle. And all the kids laughed like crazy. And Froggy kept singing and dancing until suddenly it grew quiet. So quiet you could hear a fly burp. Froggy took one look at Miss Otterbottom and, uh-oh, he knew he was in trouble. Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Miss Otterbottom stared hard at him. His face is red. Then smiled and she joined in, and so did everybody else. Wiggle, wiggle, waggle, waggle, giggle, giggle, gaggle, gaggle, until story time was over. Having fun. Thanks for being so energetic, Froggy, said Miss Otterbottom, and she handed him the book she had been reading out loud and said, I'm glad to know that Froggy loves books. Please come again soon. Thanks, cried Froggy. Books are the best. And he put it on the top of his pile to check out. Then he rolled his wheelbarrow full of books with Polly on top, singing, wiggle, wiggle, waggle, waggle, giggle, giggle, gaggle, gaggle. all the way home. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The end.